We are right in the period where the daylight hours are so short, and we just have a window of time to get things done as homemakers. Today, I'll be making a soup and homemade bread and staying indoors for a cozy indoor day. We're still in the morning, and I'm getting started with my whole wheat sourdough bread. I got this recipe from Farmhouse on Boone, as well as the soup that I'll be making later. So I'll put the link to the website down below. And this recipe uses 100% whole grain, freshly milled whole wheat flour. And I'm using a hard white wheat for this bread. I started this dough last night and completed all of the stretch and folds then. So it's been rising all night on the counter, and today I'll be shaping it into the loaves and then letting it sit and rising again. And that's one of the nice things about sourdough is even though it takes a really long time, there's not a lot of action in the resting periods, so you can just go about your day. I've made a lot of sourdough bread over the years, and my daughter and I have shared the same starter for years now. And she's lost hers, and then I gave her some of mine, and vice versa. I lost my starter, and then I got some from her recently when my daughter went on a trip to go visit her. So I got my old starter back, which is really exciting because this is an old starter that's probably 5 or 6 years old now, and it's really powerful and does a great job rising the bread. I find that in my household, regular pan loaves work the best for us. I've made a lot of artisanal round loaves, and they're absolutely beautiful. But I do find that we tend to eat our bread mostly as toast or in sandwiches. And we all seem to prefer this size of a slice. But the round loaves are just so fun and beautiful to make that I do make them once in a while. I feel very lucky and blessed that we actually have an organic grain supplier and grower only about half an hour of a drive away from us, where I can get organic wheat, organic ancient grains, and anything I want to do with bread baking. And I'm lucky to have my parents' old grain mill. They got their magic mill as a wedding gift or something like that. They got it when they got married. And my mom used it all the time when I was growing up. She had a cookbook that came with the grain mill. And funny enough, when I was looking through the archives, I found that book. And I was so happy to find that book because my mom made a lot of recipes out of it when we were growing up. And there's so many recipes for everything to do with 100% whole wheat, freshly ground breads, cookies, and everything you could think of. I will put a link to that book down below if you guys want to check it out. So I spent some time on Lisa from Farmhouse on Boone's website recently looking for soup and bread recipes. I printed off a few, and I'm gonna put them in a binder so that I can access them very quickly and easily because I'm really on a fresh bread kick right now. And I really want to try out a lot of soups. And she has a lot of recipes for soups on her website. So today I'm trying out the best white chicken chili recipe. And I'm really hoping that I can find some soups that my kids will love because they're very picky when it comes to soup. They never like any of my soups. And so I'm thinking that maybe a creamier, thicker soup is something they'll like. I don't think they like brothy soups. So I'm doing the quick soaking method for these pinto beans so that I don't have to go out and buy a can of beans because I have a lot of dried here. If you've never done the quick soaking method, you take dried beans and cover them with water, get them up to a boil, let them boil for a couple of minutes, and then turn the heat off, keep the lid on, and let them sort of hydrate, and you'll notice them plump right up. And once they've soaked up all that liquid, it takes about half an hour or maybe up to an hour, then you can start boiling them and cooking them. So that's what I'm doing. And then I have these 2 chicken thighs from the butcher, and I'm going to get this going so that I have some chicken to shred, and I'll be making my stock at the same time. This is something that I can just get up to a boil and then keep at a low simmer for a few hours while I get some other things done. This time of year, I'm really working on planning my meals early in the day, having some slow cooking soups and stews, making homemade bread, and spending a lot of cozy time in the evenings where I get to relax. And, we're eating by for sure 5 o'clock, if not even earlier some days. And then we have a long evening, and I'm in bed by 9 o'clock at night, and I enjoy getting a lot of sleep this time of year. I fully believe in listening to our bodies, slowing down, and getting a lot of rest during these dark days. And along with that, a lot of coffee and tea breaks throughout my day. And I'm also working on stretching, movement, and exercise because I think that's important as well. It really is a different pace of life this time of year in these dark days of winter where we have so much less light. And that means that there's less time to clean, there's less time to cook, and I am just rolling with it by doing things like using my slow cooker so that I just have to prep a little bit and it cooks all on its own. So I've been using my slow cooker regularly, and my cleaning routine is a lot shorter and I would say less thorough. I really try to focus on keeping the floors clean because I find that if the floors are dirty, the house feels dirty, especially with pets. So keeping the surfaces and the floors clean is very important. Doing laundry, but I find that I'm not going as crazy with windows and walls and ceilings and all the things that are done in those summer months. It's later in the day now, and my chicken is cooked, and I've got some nice, beautiful broth here. Enough for this soup and another one, because I don't need this much broth for this particular soup. And it's quite nice because these chicken legs were frozen when I started, and I just let them cook for a few hours and didn't really worry about it. I had the time available to just do the job without having to go and buy pre-cooked chicken or a container of pre-made stock. One of the things that I absolutely love about making soups is that you can get a lot of veggies in there and, it's pretty healthy, but it also provides you with leftovers. And so I'm a big fan of that because I don't like making breakfast and lunch for my family. I'm more of a dinner cook, and everyone could serve themselves their own lunch and their own breakfast. But it is helpful to have those leftovers on hand so they can just easily be warmed up. If you've got a favorite soup recipe that your kids especially are fans of, let me know that down in the comments because, like I said, I've struggled. There are some soups that they liked, but every time I make soup, they cringe and they brace themselves for the worst. And I don't know, I think that started when they were young. Maybe I made soups that they didn't like back then, so they just had a bad taste in their mouth ever since, and it's been hard to convince them to like soup. But my husband and I both love soup. We're soup lovers, and so I'm not going to stop making it. In the recipe for this chicken chili soup, there is cream cheese. And I don't think that I added the right amount. I think I needed to add more. I added half a block, and I did let it sit out to get to room temperature. You're supposed to stir it up with some broth and then add it to the soup and stir it up so there's no lumps. And I was a bit lazy on that, and so I did end up with some lumps in my soup. But that's just a, aesthetic thing. It still tastes just as good. This is actually my very first time ever making a white chicken chili recipe, and I'm really impressed with it. I love chili. It's actually a go-to in our family. I make it all the time, even in the summer months because it's so easy. So it's kind of nice to have another version that is just as delicious, but a bit of a twist. So here's the soup. You can see my lumps, and I feel like it does need to look a little creamier. That's why I don't think I added enough cream cheese. But the soup turned out delicious. It was a little bit spicy. And this freshly milled sourdough sandwich bread was also really, really delicious. There's nothing like freshly milled whole wheat bread. This evening, my family is a bit scattered. They're all over the place. My husband is gone, off doing some work. My daughter is off, and my son is around, but he's busy. So I will be eating this soup alone, which happens more than I would like. But this is just the coziest of meals for a dark winter's day. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I share new videos every single week. I hope to see you again. Thanks for joining me and have a wonderful day.